using that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and try another problem, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get rid of this. And I really hope that you're doing this with me. Practice will help you. Practice will help you to understand this so that when we're working these in class, you will be ahead of the game. You will know what's going on, and this will be easy for you. This may not, in the end, when we're all done, this may not be your preferred method of division, but it's important that you know how to do it, okay? So let's go ahead and do another problem here. Drop my marker. So let's get back up here. We're going to do 2,740 divided by, we're going to do 83. 83. So this is a pretty big number. I'm going to need somewhere to start here. I'm going to need something to help me out. Remember before I kind of wrote a little problem down here, so I'm going to kind of think the same way. When I look at this, something does actually pop out to me, okay? And there's more than one way to do these problems and get them right. On our other problem, someone may eventually see that I could have done, instead of 10 2 times, they may have said, well, I can do that times 20, right? And instead of 10 and 10, I could have done 20. So you might see something different to start with than what I do, okay? That's okay. All right, let's go ahead with this. So in my mind, I'm thinking right now, I can kind of see that there's an 80 here. And then I'm looking at, say, this number. Well, in my mind, and some of you see this, in my mind, I know that 8 times something is pretty close to 27. You guys remember what that is? 8 times 3, right? 8 times 3 is actually 24. So what that means, let's go back up here. What that means is I could take 83 times possibly 30. We're going to find out. And don't forget your little dashed line there. Okay, so 83 times 30. And I'm thinking right now, if everything works out, once I get it worked out, then I'm thinking that this is going to be the first of my partial quotient over there. This might be. We'll see. All right, so 83 times 3, basically, right? Because then I can tack on that 0. So let's do that over here. 83 times 3. Remember, it's the same problem. It's just that when we're done, we're going to tack on a 0. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 8 is 24. All right, so it would be 2,490. Tack on that 0. Tack on that 0. Okay? That's a lot easier problem, isn't it? Than what we were kind of working toward there. That's going to be a lot easier. All right, so let's go ahead and subtract, because that's our next step. All right, so subtract. You better have your paper and pencil out doing this with me. Okay? This is the last problem that we're going to be doing here together, and then I want you to do some practice ones. Okay, here we go. 0, take away 0. All right. I've got to borrow. So cross off my 7. That'll be a 6. And now I've got 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 6 minus 4 is 2. And 2 minus 2, 0. Okay. Wow. Wow. We went from 2,740 down to 250. That wasn't that difficult, guys. That was not that difficult, okay? So stay with me. Think about this again. So can we do 83 times 3 again? That's why I don't like you guys to scribble out what you've done, your scratch work. Don't erase it. Leave it there, because this same 83 is going to be used over and over again, okay? So look right here. Can we do 83 times 30? No, right? No, because when we tack on the 0, we would get 2,490. But can we do 83 times 3? Yeah, that's what we want to do. So over here, let's do that. 83 times 3. Again, let's go ahead and highlight this. I think this is going to work out for us, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 30 over here. I'm going to put my 3 over here. This is looking good. All right. So 83 times 3 is, I've already done the work. I'm going to use it again. Thank you very much for not erasing it or scratching it out. 250 minus 249. Some of you right now are starting to cross out and do the borrow. Think before you start doing that. I have 250 and I'm going to take from that 249. That means I took 1. That means I have 1 left. 1 left. So I don't have to do any scratching around or anything else. Now, can I take 83 and do anything with it that would give me a 1? 83 times 1? 83 times 2? Is anything going to help me get a 1? No. Guess what? In our last problem, we didn't have a remainder. In this one, we do. That's our remainder. Now, what's our full quotient? What's our answer going to be? Well, remember, we're going to move over here. We're going to add these together. 0 and 3, keeping our numbers all lined up nicely. And then 3 plus nothing, 33. So my answer is 33, remainder 1. Remainder 1. Do you remember how to check it? What about when it has a remainder? How do you check it? Think about it. Okay, multiply 83 times 33. And then add your remainder. And again, you're going to have it 100% because you have done this problem correctly. Okay, remember how I told you there are several different ways to do this? If you're uncertain about it, if you're not sure that you could do that 30 right there, go ahead and do 10. What's going to happen is your problem's going to be longer. You're going to do it more times. You're going to work through it more times, but you're going to get the same answer, okay? Instead of looking like 30 plus 3, you might have to do it 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3. But guess what? Yeah, doesn't matter. Your answer is going to be the same. So there's more than one way to do this. All right, here's your job. You need to choose another problem or two from this, and I want you to do a practice problem or two right now, okay? Do it while the process is fresh in your mind, okay?